Hello everyone and welcome back to Rewriting the Past with WCW in 1998 on Total Extreme Wrestling 2020. It is the final Nitro and Thunder before Sold Out, and we're going to have a good show. I've said this every episode. We are going to have a good show. If I see another 73, 72, 74 rated show, I may scream because I don't know what I need to do more, but we're going to have a good show today. Obviously, we ended last episode with the Royal Rumble report. If anybody didn't bother sticking around or watch that, here you go. Stone Cold won the Royal Rumble, and then they had an absolutely abysmal card of Sid winning a Battle Royal against nobodies for the most part. We had Triple H beating Scott Taylor, which is Scotty 2 Hotty, to retain the European title, and Taka Michinoku defeated Pantera to retain the Light Heavyweight title, and they opened the show with Agia defeating Tom Brandi by DQ. So WWF had a terrible show. They did put a lot of their star power into the main event, it looks like. Yeah, a lot of Vince was in there. Undertaker, Vader, Austin, Owen, Foley, Shamrock, Lawler, Kane. Yeah, so it is what it is. We will endeavour to have a better pay-per-view than they did. So we're just going to get right into Nitro today. There's nothing to update you on. I don't believe this happened on the days between... Actually, no, I did it because I played until that yesterday. So let's just get right into it. Let's get right into it. We're going to host the show... Where are we going to host the show? Let's go to Mid-Atlantic. We've not been there yet. And let's just go to the Baltimore Arena. That'll do it. And let's book a show. So we know our main event tonight. I have done a pre-booking. We're going to do Sting and Brett versus Curt Hennig and Rick Rude. And we're going to get that booked in if I actually clicked the right one. We're going to get that booked in now. We're going to give it 15 minutes. We are going to have Brett win. And do we give Curt the loss or do we give... Let's give Curt the loss. Because we don't want Rick Rude to lose quite yet. I don't think. So we'll have Brett take the win. Happy with that. That's going to be our main event tonight. We'll put the angles in for that now as well, actually. So we're going to do a bit reverse booking here. We're going to have Brett and Stingman. Not on entertainment, on fighting, you dafty. And they're just going to talk about Rick Rude and Curt Hennig, who are not going to be on screen. Let's give everybody some success here. And off screen for those two guys. And it's just going to be Brett and Sting. Type up match against Rude, Hennig. Show some simmering tension. Because we're obviously wanting to keep things hot for the main event tonight. So, let's book the opener of the show. So we're going to open the show, and we're going to open the show with Lex Luger, Gino Curlent, and that's not the most exciting show. We're going to have Lex opens the show, once again challenging Hogan. And then when the show comes around later on, we will have Hogan obviously answer that. But we're then going to have a... Let's start off with a pretty solid match, I feel like. No, actually, we'll start off with Goldberg. We'll start with Goldberg, and Goldberg's going to destroy Disco. We've not used Disco yet. We'll give that 4. Obviously, Goldberg's going to win. Not Disco Inferno to dominate. That's not right. And we'll script it as well. There we go. And then we're not going to do an angle just yet. We're actually going to go straight into another match after Goldberg's win. And we're going to do Harlem Heat. No, we're not. We're going to do Mortis and Wrath. And they can just take on World of Sport. Have they faced each other yet? No, they've not. That's fine. Let's give that 7 minutes. And we'll have Wrath pick up the win. We'll make it open. And we'll give it a decisive win as well for the challengers, just so they can get a bit of momentum on the go. And what is Mortis? Actually, they're managed by James Vandenberg, aren't they? Yeah, that's fine. We can get James to talk. So James Mortis. I can spell Wrath. Scott Hall. Scott Steiner. Rick Steiner. So many Ricks. And Kevin Nash. So we're going to have microphone, overness, off screen. It's going to be James Vandenberg calls out outsiders. Steiners says his men will win the title. There we go. Perfect. Nice and easy. We need to use James Vandenberg more often, actually, because he's very talented. I mean, you may know him as James Mitchell, obviously, from TNA, but good microphone, good charisma, good acting. Very, very solid hand at this moment in time. We're then going to have Chris Jericho, and he is going to take on our resident cruiserweight jobber, Prince Ikea. We haven't done that, have we? No, we have not. And we're going to have Jericho win. Obviously, quite easy. Make it open. We'll give Ikea some shots in. And then Jericho is going to just cut a promo again on Booker T and Saturn. And they're not going to be rated. Jericho's going to be an entertainment. We'll give them all success. It's going to be Jericho once again calls out the winner of Saturn Booker at the pay-per-view, because we're going to get Jericho involved. I mean, Jericho was now put into the storyline, so hopefully that can give us enough momentum for the story. Now, 50 minutes left to book. Let's do another promo, and let's have the NWO arrive. It's going to be Hogan, Eric, Kevin, and Scott. Now, obviously, we've got other members of the NWO, but no one cares about any of those guys. So NWO arrives to the building. Hears about Lex's challenge. Hogan laughs it off once again. We're actually going to get Gene Okerlund involved. And get Gene to basically catch up with the NWO and ask, are you guys going to answer Luger's challenge? And they say no, they're not. Simple as that. Now, what have we got? So, storylines wise, what else are we running with? So, we've got Goldberg. We have got the NWO things, which is fine. We might actually do the Hennig and Rude promo here. I think we will, because they're good on the microphone as well. So Kurt Hennig and Rick Rude, and they're going to be talking about Sting and Brett. And we'll have them rated on overness. We'll have success for everybody again. And it's going to be Rick Rude hypes up his in-ring return tonight. Hennig says they will defeat the champ and Brett. Very easy. Very, very easy. Easy. 39 minutes left to book. So, storylines again. What have we got going on? We've got a US heavyweight title. We need to do something there. Done that. We've not done our cruiserweight yet. So, we'll do a cruiserweight match here. And we're actually going to do a tag. And we'll get Eddie and Ultimo on opposite sides. So who can team with Ultimo? I mean, the logical one's Ray. But we need Ray to take... Actually, you know what? We're going to do Ray. And we're going to have... Eddie's team's going to win. So we need someone to team up with Eddie. And that person is going to be... when he's already beat up Psychosis, it kind of doesn't work. Just do El Dandy, I guess. Let's just do El Dandy. We'll give that 7 minutes, and Eddie is going to get the win, and we're going to actually have Ultimo take the loss. But we will make it a tainted win, so Eddie is going to get a win over the champion in the lead up to their match at the pay-per-view. And he is also going to just have a little bit of words for his opponent. And we're not going to rate Ultimo because Ultimo's not very good at this sort of thing. So Eddie says what happened tonight will happen on Sunday when he wins the Cruiserweight title back. Perfect. Time for one more segment, one more match, I feel like. And we want to move this one to here. There we go. So US title now, pretty straightforward. Diamond Dallas Page is going to talk about Raven. Actually, they're going to talk against each other. And DDP calls out Raven. They have a war of words. We're not going to include Benoit in that segment because Benoit's not in the pay-per-view match, so that's fine. And then for a match, did we do another tag? I mean, I did Benoit and Saturn, didn't I? For Thunder. Yeah, I did that match already, so I'm not going to do that again. So I think we do Diamond Dallas Page and Chris Benoit. And they can take on Raven and Saturn, because Saturn is the best member of the flock by a distance. And we'll just have it go to a schmoz finish. We haven't done this match right. Oh, they've got poor chemistry as a team, don't they? Let's not do that. Is Buff a face or Buff's a heel? Who have we got on the face side that we could team up with? Oh, Dean Malenko. Yeah, let's do Dean. And Dean can take the loss. So that works. We'll have Saturn, Raven pick up the win. Dean can be the loser. We'll make it open, we'll make it scripted, and we'll have it be tainted as well. We'll give that 10 minutes. I think that should be a pretty good match. And then we just need 6 more minutes. So, who have we not used? Oh, Savage and Piper. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So we're going to have... What did we do on the last show? Did we do Piper laughing... yeah, Piper laughing at Savage. So, we're actually going to have Randy Savage, Roddy Piper together on screen. And we're going to have Gene Okerlund. We're going to have me and Gene interviews Savage. During this, Piper shows up to laugh and Savage's face is chased off. That'll do it. That will do, I think, actually. And we won't be penalised for the show either, so that's kind of a win-win. And move that there. Surely, this is a good show, right? I mean, I'm not going crazy here. This is a good show. As far as I'm concerned. We'll do a couple pre-show matches. Just to get some guys on the card. So we will have Harlem Heat defeat Mean Mike and Tough Tom. Pre-show. Booker will get the win. Pretty straightforward. And then we'll also have the Steiners. Actually, we'll have the Outsiders in some action. And they can just take on a generic team of Glacier and... I mean, we should probably do something with Jim Neidhart because he's got really good popularity. So I won't use him just yet. We'll use... Actually, no, we'll just do the Armstrongs, Scott and Brad. For now, that'll be alright. I'd like to say I would use Brad Armstrong, but I've not really got a plan for them yet. And we'll have that be the main event of the pre-show. So let's just get into it. It's a good show. As far as I'm concerned, this is a good show. So let's see if I'm proven wrong once again. In the pre-show, Harlem Heat did defeat Disorderly Conduct in 10 minutes. Pretty straightforward. Gets Booker a win, gets Booker some momentum as well. And then we've got the Outsiders defeating the Armstrongs in a 65 rated match, actually, with Kevin Nash with a very good performance. Scott Armstrong struggling to keep up. But that's fine. It's a pre-show, that's what it's there for. We then do open the show with Lex Luger calling out Hulk Hogan once again, and Mean Gene has to confirm that Hogan and the NWO are not here. So Lex is going to have to wait probably until Sold Out to get his hands on the Hulkster. We then have Goldberg destroying Disco Inferno in a rubbish match, 49 overall rating, but it's another win for Goldberg. It's Goldberg's momentum. We've not done anything with Rick Martel in this episode. We might just do that on Thunder. I might actually team them up together, you know, because they're both faces. Do like a tag match. Mortis and Raph defeat World of Sport in 7:22 when Raph pinned Chris Adams with a meltdown. Good match overall, 59 rated. Raph the weakest performer, but you know, Raph will get better. Mortis obviously the strongest performer because Canyon is excellent. And then we have I thought this was going to do better than it did, but we've got a 38 rated segment with James Vanderberg, Raph and Mortis. Not great. I thought I would have done better, but alas, it is what it is. Jericho beats Ayukea. Very short match, 59 rated. Good performance from Chris Jericho, and a decent promo where he calls out again Saturn or Booker after the pay-per-view. We then have the NWO arriving to the building. They hear about Lexi's challenge and Hogan once again laughs him off. 71 rated, not good, to be honest. That's pretty rubbish. Hogan and Nash struggling without a script, despite the fact that they usually work fine with a script. Without a script, but it is what it is. It's building towards better things. We then also have Hennig and Rude saying they will defeat the champs and Brett tonight. Rick Rude in-ring return, first match in nearly 6 years I think at this point. So it's a big deal. Hopefully the match delivers. But we do have our two storylines advancing as well. And Rick Rude once again absolutely shining on this. A decent little tag match is Eddie and El Dandy defeat Ultimo Dragon and Rey Mysterio when Eddie Guerrero submits Ultimo Dragon with the Goldie Special after blatantly cheating. Eddie with another great performance. Eddie is going to win the Cruiserweight title at Sold Out because Ultimo's probably going to be leaving anyway, but this is what we want. Solid, good stuff. And then Eddie, I forgot to script them, but it's fine. 58 rated, it's not too bad. And just confirms this will happen again on Sunday. DDP and Raven have a little war words. DDP calls him out and they go back and forth a little bit, just, you know, alluding to something previously that's happened between the two of them and setting up their US title match at Sold Out. Before a very good 72 rated match as Saturn and Raven, Raven's Flock, defeat DDP and DDP and Dean Malenko when Raven pinned Dean Malenko after using a chair, as far as I'm concerned. Good match overall. DDP just the standout performer of the match, but Dean Malenko with a very good 68 as well. And the storyline has advanced heat. So hopefully that means our storyline issue is going to go away, because I think we've done quite a good job. We then have this one that's also gained heat as Mean Gene interviews Savage. Piper then shows up and laughs in Savage's face before running away. Just like a ha-ha, you know, poking the bear situation. Solid stuff. Roddy Piper's invented a new catchphrase as well, so we're going to have to use Roddy Piper on promos more often. We have a 93 rated segment as Brett and Sting hype up their upcoming match against Rick Rude and Kurt Hennig, and that's going to help both those storylines as well. Brett doing Brett things. And the match gets a 79. It's a little bit lower than I hoped it would be. I feel like it's going to bring our rating down, God forbid, to the mid-70s again. But Sting and Brett do win when they defeat Kurt Hennig and Rick Rude in 15:26 when Brett submits Kurt Hennig with the sharpshooter. Rick Rude with an in-ring of 73, so he was the quote-unquote worst guy in the match, but not by much. So that's good. Happy with that. Let's see what our show gets. Bloody 74. Again, how do we not have enough interest in this? Everything's going up in heat. Why are we not? Let's just hit finish. Let's just hit finish. Let's get to the screen. Let's have a look and see what's going on here. Because this, again, I thought that was another good show. Like, I know the rating's not the be-all, end-all, but I mean, 74 is a good rating for a Nitro. Considering what we're trying to do as well. Gala unhappy again. Ultimo Dragon has agreed to with CMLL, so he will be leaving. Got a 4.26, that's continuing to go up. And Scott Hall has decided to turn everyone against Wrath. Nick Patrick, Eddie Guerrero, and Teddy Long all hate Wrath now, which is fun. So we got a 74 that sold out Baltimore Arena. I think that's a good show. But, oh well, it is what it is. Raw got us, I mean, we battered Raw. Raw main evented Owen Hart versus Golga. Which WWF seems to be pushing Golga a lot. What's going on with Golga? Let's have a look. Who's under the mask again for Golga? Is it John Tenta? Yeah, John Tenta. I mean, John Tenta is excellent. But yeah, they seem to be really pushing Golga at the moment. So, that's fun. Let's have a look. Sting's got some morale issues. Sting, why are you annoyed? Angry at the pressure of being the figurehead. Boy. Even the locker room's just gone wild now. Storyline is Size, actually. Size has gone down. We've lost 4 points of popularity. Which isn't great. We're still safe for now from going down in size, but it's not ideal. If we have a look at our storylines, so this one's hot, this one's hot. We have 3 hot storylines. Oh, we need to have more than 5. Oh my god, we have more than 5. Oh, right, okay. That's not helping our ratings then. Right. I should have added this one a while ago. So, Savage versus Piper. I should have added this one a while ago. This one's my bad. Savage, what one are you in? Oh, he's in the general NWO things one. I might turn the storyline off. You know. Do we turn this off? Where is the storyline one? Where the hell is the storyline one? I don't actually even see the storyline one. Oh well, we're not turning the storyline off. That's fine. Or is it here? Strict storylines. I'm going to turn it off. For now. Yeah, I'm just going to turn it off for now. We're still going to use our storylines. Because that'll help us build things up. But we're going to turn it off just now. And we're going to go book some Thunder. I think. Yeah, let's go book Thunder. Back in a moment. Okay, it's time for Thunder. I've got a plan. We're going to have a good show. So, we're going to start off the show with Eric Bischoff rated on microphone. We're going to try and beat the game at its own game here. Hogan on overness. Nash on entertainment. Scott Hall on entertainment. Then we're going to have... We're not going to do this promo just yet, but we're going to have the NWO in the ring challenge the other 3 men in the title match. A 6-man. We're going to have Hogan in the ring tonight. Let's actually add them to this off screen. There's Brett, Lex, and Sting. And then we're going to go right into a match. We're going to have the Steiners come out, and we're going to have them get their revenge on Mike Enos and Wayne Bloom after the last time with what happened. Scott Steiner is going to win, not the Enos and Bloom team. Make it decisive. You know what, actually? We'll make it for the tag belts because technically Enos and Wayne Bloom have earned a match. Now, does Ted DiBiase still manage the Steiners? Yes, he does. Right, we're going to try and use Ted here as well. So we're going to have Ted DiBiase, Scott Steiner, and one of our many Ricks. We're going to have him rated on microphone, overness. And it's going to be DiBiase warns the NWO that he has insider knowledge about the outsiders. His men will win at pay-per-view against. His men will win at pay-per-view. Obviously, they're not facing the outsiders at the pay-per-view, but we're setting up above that as well. And then going to go into another angle. We're going to have Booker T and Chris Jericho having a little chat backstage. We'll script both. It'll be Booker T and Jericho have some words backstage. Booker promises Jericho a match after pay-per-view. And Jericho looks to be very happy with that as well. And we will then have, we'll actually have our TV champ in action. And we will have him face off against Kidman? Have we done Booker T versus Kidman before? No, but they were in a tag match against each other, so that's fine. We'll give it 6 minutes. We'll have Booker get an easy win against one of the flock to set up that match as well. Not putting the title on the line. We're then going to have Diamond Dallas Page backstage just talking about Raven and about Chris Benoit. We'll actually have Gene Okerlund host this as well. That should be DDP sits down with Gene, discusses his history with Raven and Benoit. Just a nice little easy segment there, just to get us in the mood for the pay-per-view. We're then going to do Roddy Piper, since he's now got a hot catchphrase, and it's going to be Roddy Piper warns Savage will win that pay-per-view, starts to call out Hogan, because Roddy Piper's a crazy person. So we'll have both of those guys off screen. We'll have Elizabeth off screen as well. There we go. We're then actually going to have Roddy in a match. Yeah, we're going to have Roddy in a match. And he's going to take on Buff. Buff is in the NWO, right? I'm pretty sure he is. We'll give it 7 minutes. We'll have Roddy get the win. Make it decisive. We will have a distraction in the match from Elizabeth. But it's not going to derail the Hot Rod from getting the win. Let's just have a look. Buff. He's in the NWO, so that's fine. We'll then have Rick Rude and Kurt Hennig. Just Rude. Thrilled he's back in ring. Says he and Hennig may go after tag belts. Yeah. We could push Rude as a singles guy. I think we maybe will going forward, but at the moment, I don't really see the need to be doing that. We'll have another angle. We'll have the classic. We'll have Gene Okerlund with Goldberg and Rick Martel. They're going to have a tag match. We'll script all three guys here. Actually, no we won't. We'll leave them all. So Mean Gene speaks with Goldberg and Martel. Martel answers. Goldberg doesn't. And then we'll just filter that right into a little fun tag matches. Goldberg, Rick Martel can take on who are some jobbers. Who have we got? You know what? Let's give them a good win. Actually, we'll have them beat Barbarian and Ming. We'll give it 8 minutes. We'll have Goldberg can pick up the win. We'll make it open, make it decisive. I don't mind who loses the match, so that's not an issue. Okay. So we'll have used this one. We need to have. Actually, we'll just do the promo pre-main event, so that's fine. Cruiserweight we've not done. Yeah, so cruiserweights we've not done. We're just gonna have an Eddie angle, I think. Actually, we'll have an Eddie angle and an Eddie match. So Eddie continues to remind everyone who he is, that he will win belt back. And we'll just have that be off screen. Yeah, we'll do a match. We'll do Eddie, and Eddie can take on. Who can Eddie take on? That is the question, isn't it? It needs to be a face, really. We'll do Liz Mark. We've not done that, have we? No, we've not. But I'm going to move this earlier in the show. We'll just give it 6. Eddie gets the win. Open script. We'll have it decisive for this one. We'll also make it our high spots match as well. And we'll bring that down to here. Oh, nope. To there. And then, oh my god, I have a nightmare here. And this one to here. There we go. 23 minutes left. Right, that's enough time to run the main event stuff. So we're going to have Bret Hart, Sting, and Lex. All 3 babyfaces talking about Hollywood Hogan, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall. And we'll have them all be off screen. Bret, Sting, and Lex hype up. 6-man tag. 5 to win, then best man wins at pay-per-view. Easy peasy. 17 minutes left on the show, that's fine, because we're going to do a 3 versus 3. You can see where we're going with this exactly. So it's going to be Bret Hart, Sting, Lex Luger, Hollywood Hogan, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall. And we'll give that 14 minutes. We are going to have Sting get the win. Have the champ going strong. Open, we'll call it in the ring, and we'll have it be a decisive win. Hogan's not kicking off about that, so that's fine. And that way, did we pick Scott Hall to lose? Yeah, we did. I keep picking poor Scott Hall. I need to give Scott Hall some wins. He's still got warm momentum, and he's still very good, but he's the weakest, I feel like, of the 6 guys in that match overall. Pre-show. Let's do some pre-show. Who have we not used? High Voltage can take on World of Sport. 10 minutes. We'll give Chris Adams the win. Open, script, decisive, all the usuals. We'll then do a wee cruiserweight match. We'll have Ray taking on. Have Ray take on Alex Wright. We'll give Ray the win. We'll start using Ray next month, I feel like. I think we might do a Ray Eddie program. There we go. Right. Once again, gods, if you're listening, a show that is actually good, please. That's all I'm asking. So a 52 rated pre-show match as World of Sport defeat High Voltage Not bad, not good, but not bad. I mean, high voltage were rubbish, but that's fine. And then Ray beats Alex Wright in just under 10 minutes. Ray off his game. And that's not the first time that's happened either. So, not ideal. We then do open the show with a 80 rated segment as the NWO are in the ring. They challenge the other 3 men to a 6-man match later on tonight. And go through their catchphrases and all the usual stuff. The Steiners then do get their revenge against Mike Enos and Wayne Bloom in a 78 rated match, actually. 67. What the hell am I reading? The Steiners make defense 4 of their tag titles as they comfortably get past Mike Enos and Wayne Bloom with a very good performance from Scott Steiner in particular. Then have Ted DiBiase just with the Steiners saying he's got insider knowledge of the Outsiders and that they will beat Raph and Mortis at the pay-per-view before beating the Outsiders as well. Booker T and Jericho have a chat backstage and Booker says, look, you don't have to keep coming out and asking for a match, just ask me for a match and I'll give you a title match next week after this pay-per-view. If you want it, you've got it. And then he beats Kidman in the 51 rated match. This match isn't good, but that's fine. DDP then sits down with Mean Gene, discusses history with Raven and Benoit. Gene Okerlund struggling for a rarity in a segment, but that's fine. 77 rated overall, good stuff. Eddie Guerrero then beats Les Mark Jr. in 6:15 with the Frog Splash in a very good match. 68 rated, Eddie Guerrero with an excellent performance again. We're definitely making the right call, putting Eddie as the Cruiserweight Champion, definitely. And in a 68 rated segment, yeah, Eddie Guerrero's the man. Eddie's the best. Roddy Piper then comes out and he warns Savage, look, Randy, I'm going to beat you at the pay-per-view. And then afterwards, I'm going for Hogan. And then obviously that gets the announcers all hyped up, like, oh my god, he's going after Hogan, blah blah blah. It's like Starrcade 96 all over again. And then he beats Buff Bagwell with the sleeper at a 65 rated match. Decent little match actually. We had Elizabeth distract Piper, but Piper managed to get the upper hand and submit Buff with the sleeper hold. 82 rated segment as Rick Rude's saying he's thrilled he's back in the ring and that him and Hennig, maybe they should go after the tag belts. Maybe laying some seeds with the Outsiders as well, potentially. That little fragment in the NWO, perhaps. We'll see how it goes. And we have a good 80 rated segment, actually, despite Rick Martel struggling, of Goldberg, Mean Gene, and Rick Martel pre-match. Mean Gene saying, you guys are teaming together. Can you put bygones be bygones and win this match? And Goldberg doesn't answer, and Rick Martel says, of course we will. Of course we will. We're great. And then at the pay-per-view, we're going to have an excellent match, and I'm going to beat Goldberg and end that undefeated streak. And then have a 67 rated match as well, where they beat the Faces of Pain, Goldberg pinning the Barbarian after a jackhammer. We then have a 78 rated segment. Sting and Luger struggling off script in this one, but that's fine, as Brett, Sting and Lex hype up 6-man tag. Now, I think looking at this, we're looking at another low 70s score, so please be good. 82 is okay, but it's about had great heat and good wrestling. Bret Hart, Sting and Lex Luger defeat Hollywood Hogan, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall of the NWO in 13:57 when Sting submitted Scott Hall with the Scorpion Deathlock. Bret Hart with an unbelievable performance as the best man in the match. And it's a good end to the show. I think it's been a good pay-per-view build as well. And what low 70s are we getting today? We're getting a 79! We still lost the popularity in 11 regions, but screw that part. A 79. Our best show. We're getting there. Turning the storyline thing off, I think, helped. And I know some people might not be happy about that, but it was just annoying. So, we might turn it back on once we've got some hot storylines on the go, but I'm happy with that. 79 overall rated show. Hopefully that's better than what Raw's War was doing, despite the fact that we are continuing to lose popularity in the US, but this is unfortunately sometimes how I say as a big company goes. Unless you book the top tier stuff straight away, you do sometimes struggle a little bit out of the gates. But Hollywood Hogan hates Rey Mysterio. He's got no charisma. Job the kid off the roster, brother. And we got a 2.9. And Tough Thomas being hired by ECW. As you do. Right. I'm saying about what Raw did because we're Thunder that I was booking. Oh, God knows. But that's a good Thunder. I'm really happy with that show. I think we've set up for a really good pay-per-view. We have WCW NWO Sold Out 1998. In 2 days' time, that is going to be a separate video. And we're going to keep the TV and the pay-per-view separate. Hogan's still very popular. Brett still very popular. Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing some good bits here. It's going to be a great match. We do have the card as it stands. 7 matches. I think that's not too bad. We might chuck on something at the start. I will see, but we've got Sting defending the World Heavyweight title for the first time against Hollywood Hogan, Bret Hart, and Lex Luger in a fatal 4-way. We have Diamond Dallas Page defending the United States Championship against Raven. The Steiner brothers defending against Mortis and Wrath with the Outsiders just lurking around. Ultimo Dragon defends the Cruiserweight title against Eddie Guerrero. Booker T defends the TV title against Saturn. Goldberg and the Streak go up against Rick Martel. And Roddy Piper takes on Randy Savage in a match that I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. Now look, storylines. We've got 1 hot, 2 hot, 3 hot, 4 hot, 5 hot. Now we've got 5 hot storylines. Now we do. All it took was 1 show, but we're going to keep it off just now. But that's. I think we're doing quite well here, actually. I'm looking forward to Sold Out. I'm hoping Sold Out's a good show. I'm really hoping the main event's good because I feel like we've done some good bits with Luger here, I believe. Yeah, we've got Luger's popularity up 3 or 4 in most regions. So Luger is right up there. Sting, I mean, we've got Sting up 3-4 points as well. Hogan, I think, was always around the 90s. Yeah, Hogan's not really changed. That's fine. He's maybe gone up 1 point here or there. And for Brett, yeah, I mean, Brett's gone up 4 or 5 in some regions. So, it's going to be a good main event. Good main event. I'm happy with how this show's sort of going to end up looking. Nash's popularity is still pretty strong as well. Savage's is still good. Rick Rude, is that going up? A little bit, that's fine. Who else were we checking as well? We were going to check Scott Hall. Scott Hall's popularity is going up despite the fact that I believe he's lost every match he's been in. Other than pre-show, he's lost every match. So, good stuff. Very, very good stuff. We'll be back in 2 days' time, both in-game and in real life. And we're going to book Sold Out 1998. And we're going to have a good show, people. It's going to be a great time. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to it. If you are, look, please do drop a like a comment, just whatever you guys ask. Again, I do apologize. I am recording these very, very in advance, bulk in advance. So I can reply in the comments, but I will not be able to reply in videos for a little bit. But it's fine. It is what it is. I just have a lot of free time at the moment. I've got a good chunk of days off work. So I want to get ahead of the save. And I'm enjoying playing it as well. So that's all it helps. But thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. And goodbye.